like to welcome you to the Newmar family. Many years of RV adventure and enjoyment are ahead of you in your new motorhome from Newmar.
Newmar prides itself in using the latest technology available in combination with old-world craftsmanship to create the finest recreational vehicles available today. This video will help you become more familiar with your new unit. It'll introduce you to some of the various systems and equipment installed in and on your new motorhome.
This video is a companion to your printed Newmar Owner's Guide and addresses both standard and optional equipment items. Your Newmar Owner's Guide specifically covers all items on your unit and should be referred to for additional information and details.
The video is divided into sections which match the chapters in your Newmar Owner's Guide. To get the most from the video, watch a section, then stop or pause the VCR, and with your Newmar Owner's Guide in hand, go to that piece of equipment and try it for yourself. If your VCR doesn't count in minutes, the sections of the video are in the same order as those in the video index.
Following the upcoming title slide is Chapter 1 of the video. We hope this program helps you get the most from your new motorhome. And again, we'd like to welcome you to the Newmar family.
This chapter of the video addresses some general information about your new motorhome. Behind the driver's door or on the outside wall behind the driver's seat, you will find a placard giving weight information and the VIN numbers of the chassis. If your motorhome is on a Spartan chassis, there will be an additional information placard under the dash. Inside an overhead cabinet door in the kitchen area, you'll find a placard listing the dry weight and net carrying capacity of your unit. It also includes the model and serial numbers of the Newmar installed appliances.
In the kitchen area, you'll find the manufacturer's literature and appliance warranty papers. Please read them and follow the instructions to make sure your warranties are activated properly.
In one of the drawers, there are several important accessory items. The tool used to remove the simulator nut covers, stakes for the awning, the remote controls for the TV and our VCR.
The location of these items may vary, so please check with your dealer.
This chapter covers the operation of your air conditioning and heating system. The air conditioning system is true central air conditioning. One duct supplies cooled air to the coach, and a separate duct returns the warm air to the air conditioner. To operate the system, turn the Dometic Comfort Control thermostat on and set the desired temperature. The rest is automatic.
On units with multiple air conditioners, independent temperature settings can be made for the front air conditioner, Zone 1, and the rear air conditioner, Zone 2. To select the zone, press the mode and fan buttons simultaneously. Use the mode button to select the desired function from the menu. Use the up and down buttons to select the temperature. Complete detailed operating instructions are in your air conditioner owner's manual. To operate the furnace, select Furnace on the thermostat and set the desired temperature.
The furnace is most likely located under the kitchen cabinets and supplies heat throughout the coach via heating ducts in the floor. Heat is also vented into the area of the holding and water tanks to help prevent freezing during cold weather operation. The fan, which supplies heat to the basement area, comes on automatically whenever furnace is selected and only operates while the furnace is operating, unless you have chosen off on the lower motor fan switch. On rear engine units, this switch is labeled basement heater blower fan. This chapter covers appliances and accessories installed on your motorhome. The LP detector is installed near the floor on an inside wall and should be on at all times when the RV is in use. The fuse for this unit is shipped loose and can be found in a kitchen drawer. This unit has an element that can be cleaned if the warning is tripped due to an LP leak.
When activated, the LP warning sounds like this.
For information on cleaning the element, contact your dealer or refer to Chapter 14 in your Newmar Owner's Guide. The carbon monoxide detector installed in your unit is clearly marked. When activated, the CO warning sounds like this. This unit has an element that can be cleaned if a high CO level trips the alarm. To clean the detector, remove it from the mounting brackets. You can clean the interior of your detector by using the vacuum cleaner hose and vacuuming through the openings around the perimeter of the detector. The outside can be wiped with a damp cloth. After cleaning, reinstall your detector and test by using the test button. For more information on cleaning the element, contact your dealer or refer to Chapter 14 in your Newmar Owner's Guide. The LP leak detector operates off the coach batteries and is not turned off by the battery disconnect switch. Both the CO and LP detectors should be checked each time they are turned on and every week when your RV is in use. The water heater in your unit operates on LP gas or electricity. There is a switch that allows you to select electric operation when you're hooked up to 110-volt power, or LP operation when you're not hooked up. For faster water heating recovery, it is possible to operate the unit on both electric and LP gas. When you select LP, the red light will come on momentarily and go out when the water heater is lit. If the light does not go out, or if it comes back on, it means the burner failed to ignite. Turn the switch off, wait 5 seconds before attempting to reignite. The direct spark ignition water heater does not require a pilot light. An electric circuit that operates off the coach batteries ignites the LP.
The water heater door is removed by turning the latch to align with a slot in the cover. When removed, it exposes the LP valve, the drain port, the burner, and the ignition assembly.
There's also an electrical switch that must be in the on position for the unit to operate electrically. The microwave oven installed over the cooktop has its own power outlet in the cabinet above or next to it, and is equipped with a surge protector to help guard against power fluctuations. The door to the microwave is opened by pressing the door release button. The keypad lets you select the cook time, temperature, mode, and set the clock. Refer to your microwave owner's manual for further information. There will be 3 burners on the stovetop. To light the stove, turn the control for the desired element and, if equipped, push or rotate the igniter. Some model ranges may have pilot lights or require manual lighting. On the direct spark ignition model, there's no manual sparking device. Ignition comes from an electric unit powered by the batteries. The cooktop cover provides additional counter space when the stove is not in use. Be sure to open the cooktop cover when operating the oven or range and leave open until the area cools.
Your refrigerator has 2 modes of operation, 110 volts and LP gas. On refrigerators equipped with an automatic energy selector, the automatic default choice is 110 volts. When electrical power is not available, the unit runs on LP gas. To adjust the temperature, press the button at the right of the temperature indicator until the desired setting is reached. The door is released by pressing on the trigger located inside the handle, or on other models by unlocking the latch between the doors. To adjust the refrigerator shelf position, refer to the manufacturer's information supplied in your owner's packet.
The television located in the center of the overhead cabinets has buttons on the face panel for channel changing, volume control, and on-off functions. The remote control unit accesses all these operations and more. The audio-video control center switches the antenna, VCR, or cable to the televisions. Press TV 1 to select the living room television. Press TV 2 to select the optional bedroom television and the outside television jack. Each television is capable of viewing different programming at the same time. For more information on the AVCC operation, refer to Chapter 4 in your Newmar Owner's Guide. Cable television and telephone hookups available at some campgrounds are attached to your unit via jacks provided in the compartment where the power hookup connection is, or in one of the rear storage areas. The Country Star and Mountain Aire front engine models and Mountain Aire rear engine models are equipped with a cable inlet that feeds through the satellite receiver cabinet. On front engine models, this cabinet is located in the front overhead, and on rear engine models, this cabinet is located in the side overhead behind the passenger seat. Dutch Star rear engine models are wired for satellite reception with two hookups. One is located in the front dash overhead compartment, and the other hookup is located on the roof. The antenna is raised and lowered by the antenna elevating crank. To raise the antenna, turn the crank clockwise. To lower the antenna, turn the crank counterclockwise. The directional handle above the crank pulls down to rotate the raised antenna for better reception. When lowering the antenna, make sure the directional handle pointer is aligned with the base, or the antenna will not store properly. The antenna must be lowered before traveling. The antenna booster amplifies the incoming signal and is turned on by the antenna booster switch in a cabinet above the door. To view local programming through the TV antenna, be sure your TV is on, turn the booster switch on, and select Antenna on the video selector box. An optional outside television jack and a 110 outlet make it easy to connect the TV for outside viewing enjoyment. To route your VCR to this jack, use the TV2 push button on the audio-video control center. The Mountain Aire front engine models and Dutch Star rear engine models are equipped with a Clarion rear view monitor system that assists the driver in the backing and parking of the vehicle. When installed, this system consists of a camera mounted on the rear cap and a monitor located on the dash. With the mode switch in the manual position, the monitor will be on when the ignition is turned on. With the mode switch in the auto position, the monitor will display the picture from the camera when the vehicle transmission is placed in reverse. For detailed instructions on this and all procedures regarding the monitor system, refer to the monitor's operating instructions in the owner's package supplied with the coach. In Mountain Aire and London Aire rear engine models, the dash radio will be a color rear monitor combination system. Also standard on these models is a Panasonic 8-CD changer. Refer to your manufacturer's literature for specific operating instructions. In the Country Star, Dutch Star, and Mountain Aire front engine models, and in the Dutch Star rear engine models, is an AM/FM dash stereo that is equipped with a compact disc player that can be heard throughout the unit. For specific operating instructions, refer to your manufacturer's literature supplied in your owner's packet. For your listening and viewing pleasure, other units may have a variety of home theater and surround sound system features. The London Aire is equipped with an automatic climate-controlled dash heating system. Refer to your manufacturer's literature for specific operating instructions. This chapter covers the cabinets and furniture installed in your motorhome. The most popular driver's chair is the 6-way power seat that comes in Mountain Aire front engine models and Dutch Star rear engine models. The seat has a lever on the left side to set the chair back position. On the right side, there are 3 switches that control the height, the forward and back tilt, and the forward and back positioning of the seat. Also on the right side of the seat is the swivel release lever that lets the chair be turned around toward the living room. The London Aire rear engine models come with sway power, a relaxer heat pad, and integrated seat belts in the driver and passenger seats. Standard in the Dutch Star and Country Star front engine models and Dutch Star rear engine models is the hide-a-bed sofa. If equipped with the optional freestanding recliner, it must be moved to make room before extending the sofa into a bed.
To make the sofa into a bed, remove the seat cushions and pull up and out on the handle. To return to the sofa, fold the foot of the bed over. Lift up on the handle and push it in. Then replace the cushions. The optional convertible dinette makes into a bed by lowering the tabletop and rearranging the cushions. There is also additional storage under the seats.
Standard in all units is the hidden leaf dinette table. This table allows you to add a leaf when more room is preferred. 2 fixed chairs and 2 folding chairs accompany this table. The drawers in the kitchen and throughout the RV have slides similar to these for smooth operation. Special latches are installed to prevent them from accidentally opening while traveling.
The optional countertop extension gives more working area in the kitchen. It flips up and locks in position for use. It folds down and out of the way when not needed.
The wardrobe cabinets in the bedroom are lighted, except in the Dutch Star units, and are sized for all types of clothing storage. In the bedroom, the mattress platform lifts on gas struts to give access to the storage area beneath. In this chapter, we will be covering the chassis features of your motorhome. Additional detailed information on the chassis operation and maintenance is in the chassis owner's manual provided with your unit. On front engine models, the engine cover is located on the floor between the front seats. This affords access to the chassis engine. On most rear engine models, the engine cover is located under the bed. On rear engine models that have bedroom slide-outs, there is an access panel in the bottom off the rear wardrobe, a removable vertical panel located below the wardrobe, and on the floor between the wardrobe and bed base. The hood on front engine models is released by pulling the toggle marked hood near the driver's position and opened by lifting the hinged grille. On rear engine models, unlocking the handle on the rear door and lifting up opens the engine compartment. Some of the routine service points are the oil and transmission dipsticks, accessory drive belts and tensioner, the alternator, the fuel filter, and the oil filter. On most rear engine models, there is a battery master switch that disconnects all power from the engine for servicing. On some models, this switch is located in a curbside storage compartment. On Country Star and Mountain Aire front engine models, the pull-out rear bumper is released by the handle in a rear roadside storage compartment. In the bumper is the spare tire and an area to store various items. The HWH manual leveling system installed on some units levels and stabilizes the coach when parked. The jack should be lowered before the slide-out is extended, and the slide-out should be retracted before the jacks are raised. For safety reasons, it is important to read and understand the HWH operator's manual in your owner's packet before using this system. For the system to operate, the ignition switch must be in the ACC position, and the parking brake must also be set. To operate the jacks, press the on button, then select the jacks you want to extend. The up arrow extends the jacks, the down arrow retracts them. To retract the jacks for travel, press the on button, then press the store button. When the jacks are up, press the off button. The HWH computerized leveling system is standard on some models and optional on others. The system's jacks always work in pairs to level your coach. For the system to operate, the ignition switch must be in the ACC position, and the parking brake must also be set. For automatic operation, press the HYD button. The indicator light will come on. Press it a second time, and the lights will flash. The coach will level, and the system will turn itself off. The red light on the dash and the warning horn will activate if one or more jacks are not up when the ignition switch is turned on. In all cases, it is prudent to visually confirm that all the jacks are up. If your unit is a Dutch Star or Mountain Aire rear engine model or a London Aire, you will notice a small pedal mounted on the floor to the left of the steering column. This is the exhaust brake switch. For proper operation, refer to the chassis manufacturer's owner's manual. Many of the systems in your motorhome are electrical, and it is important to understand their basic functions in order to get full enjoyment from your RV.
Two kinds of power are used in your unit: 110-volt AC and 12 volts DC. For example, the standard appliances use 110 volts, while some of the lighting in your coach use 12 volts.
The 110-volt power comes from the power cable hookup, the generator, or the optional inverter. The 12-volt power comes from the coach batteries, which are charged by the converter. Standard on London Aire units and optional on other motorized units is the Heart Freedom inverter, which functions as both an inverter and a converter. While driving, it inverts 12 volts into 110-volt power, and supplies it through the electrical subpanel located near the main panel. When plugged into an outside power source, it functions as a converter and keeps the batteries charged. For more detailed information, refer to your Heart Freedom Owner's Manual supplied in your owner's packet. Electrical power enters through the main 110-volt circuit breaker panel and the 12-volt fuse box located in the back of the coach. On front-engine models, they are generally under the bed and accessed from a door on the side. On rear-engine models, they are usually in a cabinet over the bed.
Before you connect the RV to 110-volt power, check that your air conditioner and other electrical appliances are off.
A power surge could possibly trip the circuit breaker at the power hookup. To connect the RV to power, run the power cable out through the opening in the floor of the storage compartment and over to the power connection. The proper external hookup is to 110 volt with 30 amp service minimum. Use 50 amp service when available. The compartment door can be closed and locked to keep the contents clean, dry, and secure.
Make sure the pins in the outlet are oriented correctly to match the power cable and are in good condition.
The circuit breaker switch at the plug should be turned off before making the connection. Plug the cable completely into the outlet and turn the circuit breaker on. Close the cover on the power box to avoid an unintended shutoff or disconnection and to keep out any precipitation.
Inside near the entrance doors are the switches for the interior lights and the patio light.
Many light fixtures throughout the coach have individual switches, and the variations let you customize the lighting effects in your RV. If your vehicle has outside security lights, these switches, one for each side of the RV, are also located inside next to the entrance door. On the battery disconnect panel, the battery disconnect switch is used when the unit is to be stored for any period of time. It disconnects the coach house batteries from all circuits in the RV except the LP detector and the chassis batteries. There is also an indicator on this panel that displays the voltage of the coach batteries. The normal reading is near 12.5 volts when not charging and 13.5 volts when charging. The monitor panel has level indicators for the LP gas, fresh water tank, gray water tank, black water tank, and the coach batteries.
The lights measure in percentage from empty to full rather than in gallons or volts. To take a reading, just press and hold the desired button.
The sensors were calibrated to your RV at the factory, but should recalibration of the freshwater, gray water, or black water tank sensors be necessary, you can perform the adjustment yourself. The tank you wish to calibrate must be full.
The fresh water tank is full when overflow occurs during filling. The gray water tank is full when there is standing water in the shower floor. And the black water tank is full when the liquid level will not go down and can be seen in the open toilet valve.
When any one of these conditions exist, check the monitor panel for the indicated level of that tank. If it does not read full, you can adjust the sensor using a small screwdriver until the reading matches the correct level.
Refer to the Newmar Owner's Guide for additional information on this subject.
On some model coaches, the water pump switch is on the right side of the monitor panel. This pump supplies water pressure to the system when you're not hooked up to the city water service. On other model coaches and all rear-engine models, the water pump switch will be separate from the monitor panel, and there is more than one switch. Any one of these switches will turn the pump on or off. Throughout your unit, you will find conveniently located 110-volt receptacles, some of which are ground fault circuit interrupt outlets. The GFCI outlets function as local circuit breakers.
They are tested by pressing the test button and are reset by pressing the reset button.
If there is a fault on the electrical circuits associated with one of these outlets, the test button will trip.
Before resetting the outlet after a fault, isolate and disconnect the problem device.
GFCI breakers protect the outlets located on the slide-out room.
If the outlets don't have power, check the GFCI outlets in the kitchen or bathroom.
In the front of the motorhome, at the driver's position, are the controls for several other electrical circuits. The courtesy light switch turns on the coach lights mounted near the floor. The over dash light is turned on and off by the headlight switch on the dash or the switch on the fixture. If the fixture switch does not turn the light on, rotate the panel switch to the full counterclockwise position. The switch located on the dash panel marked ICC flasher is a momentary switch for flashing the clearance lights. The overhead defroster fan is controlled from the dash switches marked overhead fan, and the fan speed is selected from the switch marked high, medium, low. The battery boost switch temporarily connects the coach batteries to the engine start circuits when additional power is needed for starting. The optional flood spotlight is selected with the switch on the dash and aimed by the joystick mounted above. Extra positions are for if installed switches, such as indicated by the legend, or other circuits you may wish to add. There are two 12-volt outlets located on the dash that can be used for any necessary device that plugs into a cigarette lighter, such as a cellular telephone or portable computer. There are also two cigarette lighters, one on each side of the RV, outboard of the seats in the ashtray. The remote generator start-stop switch is mounted on the dash. When the generator is running, the light in the switch will be lit. On units with PowerTech generators, there's a preheat switch next to the start-stop switch. The location of the generator varies. Access is gained by opening the compartment door or by pulling the generator out on the service slides. In all cases, the oil dipstick, the manual choke, and the manual start switches are handy for servicing the unit. Most generators have an hour meter, which counts the time the unit has accumulated while in use. This is important because running time determines the generator service schedule. The fuel for the generator usually comes from the main engine fuel tank. In the tank is a standpipe that stops the fuel flow to the generator before the engine tank is empty. This feature prevents being stranded for lack of fuel. Dutch Star rear engine models use an LP conversion kit generator, and they operate from the onboard LP gas supply. Years of extensive field testing, engineering improvements, and design perfection have led to the development of the slide-out room installed in your Newmar motorhome. Our slide-out mechanisms are manufactured in our own factory to ensure that they meet the high standards we demand. There are 3 simple steps to operating our slide-out rooms. Check outside the coach to make sure the area next to the RV is clear of trees and other obstructions that could get in the way. Inside the RV, move the driver's seat to its forwardmost position and make sure nothing will interfere with the room's movement. Next, the slide-out locking arms at the front and rear of the room must be unlocked. The tool provided with your unit hooks to the arm and uses leverage to unlock the arm. Finally, press the switch marked Slide Out located near the entrance door. It is not necessary to hold the switch in. It is a momentary switch, and pressing it once will start the room moving out. When the room starts to move, an audio warning will be heard from the speaker mounted near the switch.
Lock arms must be released and all seats, chairs, and other furniture clear of slide-out area.
Please make a special note here. The slide-outs are interlocked with the engine ignition switch, so they will not move when the engine is running or when the ignition switch is in the on position. Before retracting the slide-out, make sure the interior and the exterior of the coach are ready. Anything in the movement path of the room, such as an open hide-a-bed, the driver's seat, an object on the floor, or outside tree branches, must be moved. Press the slide-out switch. The audio warning will sound, and the room will begin to come in. When the room is all the way in and has stopped moving, the slide-out locking arms must be re-engaged. Again, the tool provided with your unit does this easily. If a room will not retract, it is usually a result of low battery power. Check or charge the batteries, and if the room still will not come in, manual retraction is possible. Refer to this chapter in your Newmar Owner's Guide. If the room has been manually retracted, the slide-out locking arms must be engaged or the room will be able to move on its own. This chapter addresses some of the details you will find on the outside of your motorhome. When you first open the entrance door, you'll notice that the steps extend.
This automatic feature is turned on and off by the switch labeled Step. In the on position, the steps move in and out with the door each time it is opened or closed. In the off position, the steps remain where they are until the switch is turned back on.
Starting the chassis engine will retract the steps regardless of the position of the switch. The upper sections on the rear view mirrors are adjustable from the driver's station. Select right or left, then make the adjustment using the control knob. The defroster can be turned on to warm the upper section of the mirrors. On all motorhomes, the exterior mirrors are remotely powered. There are storage compartments all around the outside of your unit. The doors to these compartments are solidly built, and the latches can be locked with a key. In some cases, the doors are held open by a catch mounted on the side of the unit. In others, they are equipped with shock struts that hold them open. All the compartments have interior lights. In the compartment behind the driver's side front wheel is the LP gas tank. It has a quantity gauge, a pressure regulator, and connections for filling. There are several standard features installed in every Newmar motorhome.
A portable fire extinguisher is located near the main entrance door. Please read the operating instructions printed on the side of the fire extinguisher. There is also a smoke detector installed in the ceiling of the living room. The fire extinguisher and smoke detector should be inspected at least once a month.
The kitchen sinks are fitted with sink covers that extend the usable countertop space when the sinks are not needed. Dutch Star front and rear engine models are equipped with only one standard sink cover. At the front of the sink, there's a tilt-out compartment to hold items such as scouring pads, cleaning brushes, and other items. Depending on the model of your unit, the windows may be equipped with day-night pleated shades.
The shades are opened by pulling up on the knobs on the base and closed by pulling down. The translucent lower section allows some light to pass through, while the upper, more opaque section is used in the evening or when privacy is desired.
Directly below the monitor panel area and above a side entrance door is a pull-down privacy shade. On front entry doors, the windshield curtain is split at the entry door for convenience. The windshield curtain can be closed when privacy is desired. Depending on the model of your unit, the skylight over the shower is equipped with a privacy shade that can be closed. In this chapter, we will address the three water systems. The freshwater system provides drinking, washing, and flushing water. The gray water system holds the wastewater from the sinks and showers. And the black water system holds the contents of the toilet. We will also cover filling and draining procedures. The city water connection provides water pressure to the sinks in the kitchen and the bathroom, flushing water for the toilet, water to the bathroom shower, and the optional exterior shower. On diesel pusher units, an exterior shower is installed, and there may also be a liquid soap dispenser and a paper towel holder. To fill the freshwater tanks, connect a drinking water hose to the city water connection. Turn the fill valve on. Water will come out of the overflow hose when the tank is full. When using the water from the freshwater tanks, an electric water pump supplies the water pressure.
The optional drinking water faucet has an under-counter filter element and valve. To change or remove the filter element, unscrew the fittings at each end. To bypass the filter, install the section of pipe provided with your unit. When winterizing your unit, remove the filter and install the bypass pipe to avoid putting antifreeze through the filter.
If your unit is equipped with the Moen high-rise faucet, it lifts to accommodate larger containers under the swivel nozzle. If your unit is equipped with a Moen Gourmet faucet, it removes from its fitting and doubles as a spray nozzle. The wastewater from all the fixtures except the toilet is stored in the gray water tank. The toilet is operated by stepping on the pedal mounted at the base of the unit. To add water, raise up on the pedal. To flush the toilet, push the pedal down. The toilet waste is stored in the black water tank. To empty either the gray or black water tanks, connect the sewer hose stored in the sewer hose holder from the drain to an appropriate dump facility. It is recommended that the black water tank be emptied first. Once connected, simply open the dump valves. In normal use, both dump valves are kept in the closed position. The sewage dump valve is kept closed so the chemicals can break down the solid matter and to assure accumulation of enough liquids for proper draining. If it is left open, solids will build up in the tank. The contents of the gray water tank is used to flush the drain hose after the sewage tank has been emptied. If installed, the black water tank rinse connection allows you to connect a garden hose to rinse the sewage holding tank while the dump valve is open. Optional in all units is the whole house water filter system. This filtration system is located in the waterworks compartment and filters water as it enters your coach from the city water fill. In this chapter, we'll cover some of the unique aspects of the windows, awnings, vents, and doors in your RV. In the bedroom, there's an emergency exit window. To open this window, lift the two red tabs and push the window out at the bottom. The fan in the ceiling vent in the bathroom is controlled by a switch on the wall. Standard in rear-engine Mountain Aire and London Aire models is the Fantastic bathroom ceiling vent. Also standard on most units is the Fantastic kitchen ceiling vent.
Its thermostat controls the fan and the dome based on the selected temperature setting. This unit vents to the outside and has a rain sensor that closes the cap when it detects precipitation.
The main entrance door has a handle, a lock, and a deadbolt for added security. On the rear-engine front entrance door models, there is a locking door handle with an independent deadbolt. On these units, the door is latched open, and either the inside or outside handle must be used to release the latching mechanism. Please take special note. On London Aires, the entrance door hold-open latch must be retracted before closing the entrance door. Failure to retract the latch properly may result in damage to the latch mechanism. The latch control switch is located on the end of the dash panel facing the entrance door. The optional driver's door has an electric window. The door opens from inside or out.
When extending the attached awning, first check that there is clearance for it to open.
Loosen the black adjustment lock knob behind each main arm. Flip the travel lock latches up. Using the provided pull rod, reach up and pull the locking lever forward to release the awning. Hook the rod into the loop of the pull strap and pull the awning all the way out. Slide one rafter arm up until it snaps into place. And tighten the black adjustment knob. Repeat this procedure on the other side. Pull up on the lift handle and raise the arm assembly to the desired height. Swing the handle in and allow the lock button to snap into one of the holes.
Take special note that the awning must be raised to a sufficient height to clear the entrance door. Also, one end should be lower than the other to allow water runoff.
In this chapter, we will address some of the routine maintenance procedures that you can perform to keep your RV in top shape. Winterizing your unit will help ensure that no freeze damage will occur to the plumbing components. This is done when the RV will be stored for the winter. It is not necessary to winterize the unit if you're using it and the furnace is being operated.
Winterizing your unit circulates antifreeze through the pipes in the plumbing system. A potable antifreeze is used to preclude any residue from tainting the fresh water system.
Start the procedure by turning your water heater off, disconnecting your unit from city water, and shutting off the water pump. Open the drain valve from your water tank. You will find a separate drain for each tank in your water system. Drain the hot water heater by removing the plug in the bottom center of the tank. Once the hot water tank is empty, do not turn on the 110-volt electrical supply or fire the burner on LP. If installed, remove the filter from the drinking water faucet, install the bypass pipe, and close the supply valve to the ice maker. There is one low point drain for hot water and one for cold. Open them both. Shut off the supply valves to the water heater and open the bypass valve. Close the low point drains. Put the antifreeze pickup hose into the container of antifreeze and open the antifreeze valve. Close the water pump supply valve. Start the water pump to pick up the antifreeze. Purge the system by opening the faucets one at a time until antifreeze flows through in a steady stream. Close that faucet and move on to the next. This also fills the P-traps of the drain lines with antifreeze. If the unit is equipped with a washer, be sure to purge the air from it also. When purging the system, be sure to include the inside and outside showers, washer, and the toilet. Check the container of antifreeze from time to time to make sure there is an adequate supply. When winterizing is complete, close the antifreeze valve, shut off the water pump, stow the pickup hose, and open the low point drains. To dewinterize your unit, close the low point drains and connect your RV to a city water source. Open all the faucets and allow them to run until there is a steady flow of clear water. Close the bypass valve to the water heater and open the water heater supply valves. Open the supply valve to the water pump. Open the valve to the ice maker, reinstall the drinking water filter, and the dewinterizing process is complete. Routine maintenance, such as oil changes on the generator and chassis engine, the air and oil filters, and etc., are the responsibility of the owner. Refer to your owner's manuals for complete service schedules and requirements. Periodic cleaning and inspections of your RV are also part of any maintenance program. The air conditioning filter should be cleaned quarterly and may need cleaning more often depending on use. The latter is your access to the roof on your unit. Cleaning and inspecting your roof will identify possible problem areas where water leaks might form. Early detection and maintenance will prevent costly repairs. It is the owner's responsibility to have the roof resealed at least every 2 years. On models equipped with a rear view backup system, there are also rear backup lights that activate when the backup system is in use. Other areas that warrant periodic inspection are rubber parts such as the windshield wiper blades, window seals, door hinges, locks, latches, clearance lights, and other exterior features.
Newmar wants you to get the most pleasure possible out of your new motorhome, and we hope this video makes your RV easier to use.
If you have questions that this video or your Newmar Owner's Guide have not answered, please contact your Newmar dealer or Newmar dealer closest to you.
Enjoy your new Newmar, and if you have any problems, call us. Our goal is complete customer satisfaction. We take pride in our work and we stand by our products. Drive safely, and if you're ever up in Napanee, stop in and see us. Have a cup of coffee and tour the factory where your RV was built.